So, I just found out something insane. I didn't even know this was an actual thing going on until a YouTuber pointed it out to me, and I am pleasantly surprised that there's currently a boycott going on for DC Comics. Why is the boycott going on? Let me tell you. The boycott is going on because someone got upset that they believed DC does not currently have any headlining or mainstream comic books coming out with black-led characters. Oh no. Oh boy. The poor children. You know? Jesus Christ. This upset me. This upset me when I found out because, like, the actual post, it said, I'm slurring my words because I'm mad. My brain's going faster than my lips can move. What? But essentially, they put down that, like, it's been 1,200 days or 1,200 days since DC released a comic with a mainline character, and that's like over a couple. That's like over a bunch. Like, you know, that's some years, right? Like damn near 4. So that's actually more, but that's that would seem like it's an actual problem, you know, like that would feel like, oh, that's a big fucking deal. Or, you know, if you were someone that is of the racist variety, you'd be like, oh, this is the biggest fucking deal. And so because of that, people are trying to initiate or institute a boycott over DC Comics because they don't have a mainline comic book with a black character in it. No, this is insanely idiotic to me and incredibly stupid. One, because it just does a quick Google search to find out that this is all completely false. Like, there's actually like 4 or 5 comics that are out currently where the main character is a black character in DC Comics alone, and for some reason the people just happen to cherry pick those out of the comics that they wanted to mention because they just were upset, or they just really wanted representation in the way that they wanted. So that's one thing that's fucked up. The other thing is the fact that doesn't mean anything. Oh, there's no characters that they're releasing that happen to be black characters. Whoop-de-fucking do. You're talking about a predominantly white superhero-led based comic book company where a majority of their main characters happen to be white people. Their most popular characters happen to be white people. The relatability, the love of these characters, the intrigue of these characters and all that shit has nothing to do with their race. You like the characters because you like the characters. The race aspect is your own racist and bigotry trying to incorporate that bullshit along with whatever the fuck you want to justify behind, like, why you don't want to buy this or why you do want to buy that. Because the sad thing is that there are plenty of black comic book characters. Hell, there are a bunch of indie black comic book artists and creators that are making black comic book characters because the problem with the boycott, not the problem, but essentially the main thing behind the boycott is that they are instituting this simply because of the racist factor. Has nothing to do with the story, has nothing to do with the characters. Because it genuinely is like, oh, so if DC just decides to make Flash black, they'll be happy because they just want a black character in a series. But again, that doesn't make any sense because, again, that's insanely racist. And then it's like, well, why wouldn't the argument be, you know, there isn't an Asian-led comic book character, or there isn't a Mexican-led comic book character, a Hispanic one, there's not, you know, a Russian one, there wasn't one that speaks fluent Portuguese and only Portuguese. How dare you not have a character that does that, you racist motherfuckers? No! You see how stupid that sounds? That sounds insanely retarded, and that's exactly what these people are doing. It's just that they are a large amount of black characters within DC that you would think deserves the time of day, but people don't buy those characters because those characters aren't interesting because they were only made black. If you have the race swap characters, which essentially are just tokenized people, they're not fucking interesting because they're tokenized after actual interesting characters. So who gives a fuck? Hell, DC already announced that they're releasing the goddamn Green Lantern TV show, which has a black main character. Are you not happy? Are you not? will you ever be satisfied? Like, it's ridiculous that this is an argument people would have, and essentially, you know, the guys front running this boycott that is never going to actually do anything or matter. The guys front running this happen to be Deceptic Pearson type of people who just, complain for the sake of complaining. But again, they don't have an argument of, well, these are alternative comics you can read that actually do have black characters that'll be interesting. Or, these are alternate characters or creators that have made shit outside the realm of DC, or people who used to work with DC that made characters that would be interesting. Because again, the argument is only that you want black representation, which again is a terrible argument to have and make because it's insanely fucking stupid. And the thing is that you're not asking for quality content, which is what essentially would make them make more black interesting characters, because that would instill that, hey, these characters actually make money. No, you just want to see black. So you don't care how you see it, you just want to see it. That does nothing for the idea of what you would deem or what you would want in the realm of representation. The reason why you don't have the black characters that you claim that you need to have is because no one's buying those fucking characters, because they're made with the stupidest mentality behind it, only to appease racists like you. So it is retarded that you essentially would have this mindset to even initialize this boycott when it is dumb. It is all built behind a very, very thick veil of racism. I want to see black. I don't care how. I just want to see black. Look, you didn't make black. And it's like, okay, what black character do you know sells well within DC? What's a popular black character within DC? That actually will be written well. Well, you would have Static Shock, but they fucked that up because they tried to promote Black Lightning. Problem is that both of those things keep running in the realm of them constantly trying to implement BLM shit, and that's something that comic book readers don't fucking like. But they kept doing it because those are black characters, and that's what black characters would definitely care about because they're black, and that's the only thing that you can relate to as a fucking state of mind or a concept. So, and it's like, guess what? No one bought it. So what they do? They ended the fucking series because no one was buying it, because that's how the comic book industry worked. You asked for just black, they gave you just black, and no one wanted just black. Ironically enough, Static Shock is one of the most popular black characters that DC has, and yet they have fumbled the bag with this nigga over and over and over again for no fucking reason other than their own stupidity. Let's not forget that DC has constantly kept trying to push the gay agenda, the BLM movement, as well as any other fucking type of virtue signaling you can imagine in every fucking venture that they've had for no reason, even though they constantly keep saying that no one wants to buy this shit. Remember Superman being gay? He was. Remember Dick Grayson? Not Dick Grayson. Remember Tim Drake being gay? Because he was. Remember they just kept doing shit for the sake of doing shit? Remember how essentially when they rebooted Static Shock, they made it to where the Bang Baby incident, instead of it being a fucking gang war, which is so goddamn beautiful of an origin story, instead of it being a gang war, it was a peaceful protest that essentially the cops escalated into a riot that led to the Bang Baby incident, all to highlight what? Black Lives Matter. And no one bought that fucking comic, and DC sat there with their shit in their hand and they was trying to figure out what happened. And so because of that, you get no more black characters, because no one is willing to tell DC, hey, I want black representation. I want to see these black characters thrive. But also, I don't want you to implement some bullshit because you assholes forgot how to write good characters. But that's not what the boycott is. The boycott is just for representation. The worst type of representation. Just representation. I don't give a fuck about seeing black people or black characters in media and shit like that. That doesn't matter to me. I want good content. Because why would I waste my money on something just because it's black, y'all? It's black, y'all. It's blackity black, black, y'all. I don't give a fuck. I say all of this with the mindset. My favorite DC superhero is Batman. My favorite Marvel superhero is Spider-Man. The idea behind not looking or being interested in any content that is made behind those characters because they don't happen to be black completely ruins everything that I love about those characters in order to facilitate some type of stupid agenda. It's not because the characters are bad or because the characters can't be interesting or intriguing. It is simply because I decided to push an agenda over my actual viewpoints or my love for this content in the first place. Why did I like this? Because it's the way that it is. Why do I want to change it? I want to see it dark. That's stupid. That's insanely stupid. Oh man. And again, I would be remiss if I did not mention the fact that these motherfuckers, because they're black guys, obviously, but septic piercing black guys are the worst kind of black guys. You know, if you happen to have a certain mindset. Some of them cool, but the thing is that when you have people who think and talk about shit like this, and then they go so far as to not mention major publications that exist right now, where it's been indie developers that essentially have broken the fucking mold when it comes to creating their own universe, own superheroes, and own intrigue and whatnot. You have Eric July with the Rippaverse, which is just a booming comic book industry, comic book titan right now, that essentially every other publisher is trying to push down to the wayside because they don't want to admit how popular, unique, and authentic his shit actually is, which it is. All due respect to what it is. And it's like, I'm not a comic book buyer, but goddammit, looking at this shit, he has done something that no one else has been able to do. And that's awesome. You then also have the creator of the book Antagonist, which is a badass name as far as I'm concerned. And the artwork for that comic is beautiful. That, like, Rippaverse stuff, I look at it and I go, that's cool. The Antagonist stuff, I look at it and I was like, I kind of want that. Like, I like the artwork on the Antagonist a lot. But I really, I'm intrigued to actually get into both of their stories. But if anything, I would like to have their stuff just be out more to flesh out a lot more things, because the Rippaverse has a plethora of fucking books to actually indulge in, and you know, more power to them for that. And it's like, I would like for there to be more notches under the belt as far as the content behind the characters before I get invested into looking into or anything like that. And I'm an anime nerd, so that I need lots. You know, I need time. I need a lot of stuff in order for me to get into it. And I don't want to pay for nothing because I'm an anime nerd. And you know, come what may with that, you know, I'll cross that bridge when I have to come to it. But the fact that you don't have these people who are pushing for a black agenda or black representation are not also promoting black representation is questionable. You know, it's like, I wonder how many people ask them, hey, how come you guys don't want to talk about this stuff? Oh, well, they happen to not be on the same political spectrum as us. Why the fuck would that matter if you just want black representation? If you just want black representation, then all forms of the representation should be okay. But if you want your agenda pushed a specific way, that is in the realm of bigotry. That is very, very, very retarded. That is antithetical to what it is that you're actually advocating and what it is that you're actually pushing for, because you are a racist, sir. You are a dumb racist. And again, I must admit, by the end of this video, I need you to power this home, if you will. DC does have black-led characters in their comics. This is an act. They have like, it's like 4 books where the main character is a black character. And again, quick Google search. Hey, what are the black main characters in DC or some shit? And then it's like, bam, it pop up. And it's like, so what the fuck are they mad about? Well, it just happens to be that these books are books they don't want to read, or they're not interested in, or they don't care about. That's fucked up. It's like, and then to call to arms and scream to the high heavens, where are the black main characters? And it's like, well, where are the good characters? What comic is coming out in DC that wasn't absolute Batman, that was worth actually wasting money on? Because it's only been absolute Batman. That has flooded the charts with being like the top led and bought fucking comic. So what exactly are you asking for? This is not what are you asking for. Why are you asking for this? Why are you not promoting the shit that's actually being done that's well and good and actually gives the incentive behind giving you representation that you so desperately want, but also giving you the quality content that you need in order to facilitate this representation having a foothold within the industry? You are a backwards thinking dumb fuck that essentially is a fan of something, and then you got your head so far up your ass that you forget being a fan of something, and then essentially just engorging yourself in slop is two totally different things. And just because you buy all the fucking figurines, you got all the posters, you've seen all the fucking movies, if you don't even have a conscience to be able to sit there and go, this is bad, this is bad, this is good, but this is why this is bad, and this is why this is good, then you will forever be stuck in this stagnated mindset of just a dumbass who will forever just push to see some shit rather than actually have that shit mean anything, which is what led it to increasing and having this fandom in the first place. I hope I was able to articulate that correctly. I really do. That's one thing. Again, brain is moving faster than I can actually speak, and there's nothing I can do about that. But it is what it is. So, my final words to anyone that's listening to this is that DC, for whatever reason, do not kowtow to this. Do not release anything. Do not make a statement condoning it. Do not sit there and go, we hear you, we understand, we're going to do better. Don't do any of that. If you do that, it will work so much against you. These people don't understand business. These people only care about content. They only care about slop. They just want to slop it up. It does not fucking matter to them. So again, if you kowtow to this, then all it's going to do is just negatively impact your sales as well as your viewers, because then you're going to have a majority of people do what I just said earlier. People complain about the fact that there's a lack of Asian representation, there's a lack of Hispanic representation, there's a lack of queer representation, trans representation, whatever the fuck you can make up as some type of imaginary thing to be upset about. Someone will be upset about it. Rather than you guys just making content that you're comfortable making and that's willing to sell, that people are willing to buy. Do not respond to this shit. Do not talk about this shit. Don't sit there and look at these people and go, hey, you want a job to tell us what's black and what isn't black? Don't, because they will fuck you over. That's all they've ever done. These niggas are trying to become the black Anita Sarkeesian to your comic books. That's all. And if you don't know who she is, look it up. I'm pretty sure there's a plethora of YouTube videos about this bitch and how she has single-handedly ruined the gaming industry for no fucking reason other than the fact of her own hubris. So please, trust me when I say this. As a business move, ignore these niggas and just keep making good content. And again, you have to make good content in order to have good content. So make good content. That will shut them the fuck up. Just have your absolute Batman do what it's doing, make good content, and you will have your fans satisfied. They will have no choice but to be satisfied with this. What they're asking for is something that people who enjoy DC currently will not indulge in. I'm gonna not buy my favorite comic books because these niggas are tripping. Fuck out of here. People who have pull lists, people who are collectors, people who genuinely see this shit as a genuine hobby that they love till death do them part. No, they're not going anywhere. They don't care about this boycott because the boycott is stupid. You can see through this bullshit. You will have your fans. Oh, I am begging you, please, because I don't want this to succeed. Because the lesson that needs to be learned is that you guys need to make better comic books. You have shitty comic books. That's all. It ain't got nothing to do with representation. That's not a thing. You just have shitty comic books. Make better comic books, and then the money will flow. People still buy comics. You know how I know that? Y'all still in business. Motherfuckers. This is just an insanely dumb and idiotic thing. And if you need any type of clarification because you can't tell from my wonderful voice, I am black. And I don't agree with these niggas. I don't fucking agree with these niggas. They sound so dumb. So fucking dumb. And it's not as if, I'm a customer that you're gonna lose or gain anything like that. I buy comic books. I used to when they were good. Not anymore. fuck it. So it's like, hey, you want better business and return the sales and whatnot? And it's like, look what you did that made your sales go up when you did Absolute Batman. And look at what the fuck you think is going to happen if you decide to full stop everything that you got going on positive right now in order to facilitate just having a dark-skinned character into something. Please don't be stupid. Please don't let these people win, because all it's going to do is just stop any inkling that you're going to make an animated Absolute Batman show, which is really what everyone wants right now. God damn it. This was so stupid.